Jai Hind friends, this is your SSB mentor group captain Rajesh Pandey. So welcome to this new course that I'm going to launch. जैसे मैंने आपको promise किया था, I will be coming out with a number of courses that will help you prepare for your SSB. Now जो पहला मैं कोर्स एक लेके आ रहा हूँ, this is regarding familiarization of SSB procedures. और इस कोर्स में हम लोग बात करने जा रहे हैं regarding the entire stages of the SSB, right from the time you go for stage 1, that is the screening test. Then we go, those who qualify the screening test, वो फिर stage 2 के लिए उनकी testing होती है, which is the testing of OLQs, officer like qualities, right? So OLQs आपकी stage 2 में test होती है. So we are going to do this in small parts so that you can easily absorb them, and should you have any doubts, I will be having live classes in between to clarify any of your concerns. So let us understand before we move on to this. I would like to introduce myself. I am Group Captain Rajesh Pandey, and an air veteran with over 31 years of service in the Indian Air Force. I have been a founding director of the Train4SSB and Center for Assessment and Development of Soft Skills. I have also been the first assessor on board Unacademy and an iconic mentor. I had the privilege of being the head of training division at Defense Institute of Psychological Research, and in that capacity I have trained a very large number of senior officers from the Army, Navy and the Air Force as interviewing officers. Personally, I have had 2 tenures as interviewing officers at 1 AFSB Dehradun and 4 AFSB Varanasi. In my capacity as head training division, I have also got an opportunity to oversee the training of the GTOs and the psychologists, and I am a member of Indian Academy of Health Psychologists, a certified career counselor and your SSB mentor. So in this capacity of having so much of experience, I will be able to guide you in the most appropriate manner. Let us see what exactly is the course that we are going to talk about, SSB Familiarization Course. So इसमें हम पहले cover करेंगे which are the different types of SSB entries, that is for the men as well as the women. Then we will going to talk about the stage 1 testing, जिसे हम screening test भी बोलते हैं. We will try and understand what is the rationale of these tests, क्यों introduce किए गए थे और क्या इसका applicability है, which comprises of 2 stages, that the OIR stage, which is the Officer Intelligence Test, Officer Intelligence Rating Test, and the PPDT. Now PPDT में there is a stage of story writing, then the individual narration of the stories and a group discussion. After that, the candidates are either screened in or screened out. So those who are screened in, they move on to stage 2, जिसको हम OLQ testing stage भी बोलते हैं. Now stage 2 में क्या क्या चीज़ें होती हैं, this we are going to cover in detail. So as you may be aware that stage 2 comprises of 3 different sets of tests. The first is a psychological test, which includes a thematic perception test, word association test, a situation reaction test and a self-description. Then comes the second stage of testing or second type of testing, which is a group testing. In this again there are 3 different stages: the basic series, the confirmatory series, the final series. And Finally, the interview में हम कोशिश करेंगे जानने की कि what is PIQ, because that forms a very important part of preparation for your interview. Knowledge about your own self is extremely important, so we will dwell on the importance of knowing oneself. Having an awareness about your surroundings, about your environment, current affairs, right? That is another part which is very relevant and important for the interview. Finally, we have the conference procedure. So we will be undergoing, going through all these stages, where I will be covering each stage in detail so that you can understand in a simple manner. I am not going to complicate the issue, but that is how we are going to move around. Now, the candidates who are applying for flying branch, once they are recommended after stage 2, they go for something called a CPSS, that is Computerized Pilot Selection System. And after this, there is a medical for everybody, Army, Air Force, Navy candidates. And then there is a merit list which is made, comprising of 50% weightage for your written exam or qualifying exam and 50% weightage for your SSB. So that is how it is going to be conducted. So hoping to see you in this course. I'm going to be, I'm pretty sure that it is going to help you prepare or face the SSB very confidently. Thank you. Jai Hind.